and he's going to be even better head coach. But I think we got a damn good OC and Coach Johnny Moe too. So I think they coach a little different. Johnny Moe's a little bit more, verbal and vocal. But I love it.
Do you expect sort of the playbook to kind of still be sort of what it was last year? I think Johnny even talked about that, like why make too many tweaks really when things have been working?
Yeah, I think, like Johnny Moe's a completely different person than Ben. I think we'll have a lot of similarities, but we definitely have a little bit of changes too, just knowing that he's a different person and a different coach also. So it'll be exciting still.
Dan seemed to be a little bit more involved and a little more verbal today. Is that a change too, just him being a little bit more involved in the offense today?
I mean, not what I've noticed. I mean, Coach Campbell's always been pretty involved. So I guess that you guys see it from a different perspective than I do, but yeah, he's always been pretty involved.
You guys have a few changes on offense besides the coordinator. Offensive lineman left, a lot of stuff to figure out there. Any concerns in your mind at all that the offense picks right up where it left off?
No concerns at all. They do a good job of bringing the right guys in here, and we got a bunch of young, hungry guys who just got in here too, and they're learning fast. So no concerns at all.
The offensive line has a couple of new faces potentially stepping in this season. You've obviously loved right behind that unit in the first couple of years here. What do you expect out of that group now that it's looking a little bit different than this season?
I expect the same thing. They all have the same potential to be what we've been in recent years, but the unique thing about this league, everything changes every year. You never have the same exact team that you had the year before, so it'll be new, but those guys have high potential, high ceilings, and I'm excited to see what they'll do.
David, with how much time the offensive line and running backs spend together, how much do you put it on yourself to help the younger offensive line just kind of come to and pick this stuff up really quickly?
Oddly enough, I think it's like more so of me trying to get closer to them as a person than trying to help push them to get the playbook, because I mean everybody's telling them to get in the playbook. Everybody's kind of pushing them to make sure that they know what they know. So I kind of bring in a different narrative of telling them I'm here to just be a teammate to you, to let you know don't allow this to give you pressure at all, but allow you to just know what you're capable of and do what you know you can do.
What championship do you have on your shoulder this year? I know you've come in past years with a little bit of something to prove. How does that kind of progress as you're here?
Yeah, this is probably the hungriest that I have been, because I feel like, a lot of people kind of forget that I'm here in the offense too. So I'm not here to prove anybody wrong. I'm here to prove myself right and be the best teammate that I can be, but I definitely got a big chip on my shoulder.
We saw a glimpse of you out there in the field with Jameer at the same time. Just how excited are you about potential more of those opportunities?
Yeah, it's super, super exciting. Being able to have me and him on the field at the same time, it'll be tough for defense to prepare for us. So it'll be super excited to see us both out there at the same time.
Did the way last season ended, did that sting for a while? Does it still linger? Do you think about it at all?
I'm a short-term guy. I kind of let things go. I'd have been in the league, long enough for me to understand, you can't hold on to spilled milk. I mean, you just clean it up. And you figure out what you do next to get another glass. So.
Why do you think that people have kind of forgotten that you were still here?
I got hurt last year towards the end of the year, and I wasn't able to perform the way I wanted to. I don't really know, but that's fine. I don't mind it.
David, when you say you're the hungriest you've ever been, how do you feel that manifesting itself? How is that shining through in how you work, how you play this year?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time alone to myself, just talking to myself, giving myself, pep talks of the reality of what it actually is, and not really focus on the things that aren't true. But yeah, it's a lot of me versus me than me versus anybody else. So.
This team has been knocking on the door for a few years now. Does that add to the hunger for all of you guys?
Yeah, for sure. Everybody's out here hungry. We tired of just being at the close. Everybody's tired of being close. It's cool to be close at first, but you don't want to get comfortable with being close all the time. That's not what you want to be known for, especially when you got the guys that you got on this team, and you want to finish it. So that's the year. This is the year for us. The year of the reckoning, and the year that we choose that we need to finish.
What was your reaction to seeing Frank retire, and how confident are you in whether it's Graham or Tate or someone else stepping into that same position?
Yeah. when Frankie retired, I was happy for him. You know, I think everybody don't really understand like the toll and the capacity of this game that it puts on like our bodies and our minds. But you know, Frank was always a professional. He never was one of those guys who was selfish, and you know, he played as long as he could, like really. And Frankie was hurting, but to see him retire the way he did and leave his legacy, I'll always remember Frank as one of the best teammates I've ever had. You know, me and Frank still text to this day, and I'll continue to text him for the rest of my life because that's how important he was to me. And, you know, I was just happy that he was able to get some clarity on what he wanted to do, and I'm happy that he did it.
You think the young guy, Tate, can step in day one as a starter, rookie in this league?
If he wasn't here, if they didn't bring him here, I wouldn't think he would be able to. So he's here for a reason, and I know he'll be prepared to do so.